Hello everyone! Welcome back to the K-pop Exposed channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because today's story is something you seriously don't want to miss. And if you feel excited while watching, make sure you like this video, drop your thoughts and comments, and share it with every ARMY and Blink you know. Because what we're about to talk about today isn't just about music, it's about power, influence, and how two K-pop idols quietly took over the entire global brand industry. For decades, the luxury world was ruled by familiar faces. Supermodels, Hollywood actors, legendary athletes. These were the people luxury houses trusted to represent billion-dollar brands. Fashion campaigns, perfume ads, jewelry collections, everything revolved around Western celebrities. But something changed. Something massive. Fast forward to 2026, and the two most talked about names in the entire brand universe aren't movie stars or sports icons. They're not from Hollywood or Paris runways. They're from K-pop stages. Two artists who didn't just enter the luxury world, they rewrote its rules. Their names are Jimin of BTS and Lisa of BLACKPINK. And today, we're breaking down exactly how these two became the undisputed king and queen of the brand world. Let's start with Jimin, because what happened to him in the luxury industry wasn't normal success. It was history. In January 2023, the legendary French fashion house Dior made an announcement that shocked the entire fashion world. Jimin was officially named their global brand ambassador, becoming the very first Asian male ambassador in the brand's decades-long history. Think about that for a second. Dior has existed since 1946. Through generations of actors, models, and global icons, they had never chosen an Asian man to represent the house at the highest level until Jimin. The reaction was instant. Within minutes, Dior's announcement posts broke engagement records. Likes skyrocketed. Shares exploded. Comments flooded in from every corner of the world. His name began trending globally almost immediately. This wasn't just fan excitement. This was market movement. According to financial reports, just days after the announcement, Dior's stock price climbed to an all-time high. Investors noticed. Retailers noticed. And most importantly, customers acted. Every item Jimin touched started disappearing. The bag he carried at the airport? Sold out. The jacket he wore to Fashion Week? Gone. Accessories, shoes, even small items, completely wiped from shelves. Fans started calling it something very simple, the Jimin effect, a phenomenon where one appearance equals instant sellouts. And it didn't stop there. By the end of that same year, Dior reported record-breaking revenue in South Korea, reaching numbers they had never achieved before in the country. The year Jimin became their face was the year Dior broke its own financial history. Coincidence? The industry didn't think so. Then came another giant. In March 2023, luxury jewelry house Tiffany and Company announced Jimin as their new ambassador. And again, the same story repeated. Massive media coverage, huge social engagement, immediate store traffic. One single post connected to Jimin during Paris Fashion Week generated tens of millions of dollars in media impact value. One post. That's the kind of number most brands dream about for an entire campaign. But for Jimin, it was just another day. What makes his story even crazier is that even during his mandatory military service, his influence didn't slow down. His music continued charting. His name kept trending. His partnerships kept selling. Most artists disappear when they step away. Jimin somehow became even bigger. Then in late 2025, another unexpected moment happened. Korean hair care brand later posted a mysterious teaser, just a silhouette behind foggy glass. No face. No confirmation. Nothing. Within hours, fans figured out. It's Jimin. Before the brand even officially announced anything, customers had already bought out products across multiple markets. Imagine that. Selling out before confirmation. When the official reveal dropped, everything was already gone. That's not marketing. That's power. By early 2026, Jimin was everywhere. Magazine covers, campaigns, and exclusive shoots, including multiple covers for Vogue Korea, all selling out almost instantly. At this point, one thing became clear. Jimin wasn't just a celebrity ambassador. He was a revenue engine. But if Jimin is the king of the brand world, then there's absolutely no debate about who wears the crown as queen. Lisa. And honestly, her story might be even more unbelievable. Because Lisa didn't just join brands. She built an empire. Over the years, Lisa has quietly collected partnerships with some of the most powerful names in fashion. She became a global ambassador for Louis Vuitton, worked closely with Celine, and represented Italian jewelry giant Bulgari. Every campaign she appeared in created the same pattern. Massive hype, instant traffic, total sellouts. Then came beauty. When Lisa became the first K-pop idol to front MAC Cosmetics, her collection sold out within hours of launch. Not days, hours. Her influence wasn't just strong, it was immediate. And she didn't stop at endorsements. Lisa wanted control. So she launched her own company, took charge of her solo career, and expanded globally. She signed with international labels, performed at huge festivals, and even stepped into acting through HBO's hit series The White Lotus, introducing her to entirely new audiences who had never even listened to K-pop before. Suddenly, she wasn't just a K-pop idol. She was a global entertainer. Then sportswear joined the list. She partnered with Nike. Gaming followed with Sony PlayStation. Audio tech brands like Bose collaborated with her on limited editions. And fashion retailer Kith didn't just make her the face of a campaign, they made her a guest designer. Let that sink in. She went from ambassador to creator, from model to designer. That's a completely different level of trust. So here's the real question. What makes Jimin and Lisa different? Why them? Because honestly, lots of artists have big fandoms. Lots of celebrities have millions of followers. But not everyone moves markets. The answer comes down to two words: trust and conversion. When Jimin or Lisa recommend something, fans don't just like the post. They buy. They show up. They spend money. And brands love that. Because attention is nice. But sales are everything. And both of them consistently convert attention into real, measurable revenue. We're talking millions of dollars from a single post. Products selling out before release. Stock prices rising. Records breaking. These aren't social media numbers anymore. These are boardroom numbers. Investor numbers. CEO numbers. And the craziest part? We're still only at the beginning. With new music, global tours, expanding partnerships, and more industries opening their doors, both Jimin and Lisa are only getting bigger. What we're witnessing isn't just popularity. It's a shift in the global power structure of entertainment and luxury. For the first time in history, K-pop idols aren't following Western celebrities. They're leading the world. Two artists. Two global icons. One completely transformed brand landscape. So, now we want to hear from you. After everything you've seen, the records, the sellouts, the billion-dollar deals, do you think anyone else right now can match what Jimin and Lisa are doing? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share it with every army and blink you know, and subscribe for more stories like this. We'll see you in the next one.